Right, we're getting some breaking news at this moment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken to the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Rishi Sunak. In fact, important issues have been raised, and most important of them, of course, the attacks that took place on the Indian High Commission in London. The pro-Khalistani activists gherav of the Indian High Commission in London was spoken about by the two Prime Ministers. Another important development is on fugitive economic offenders. Nirav Modi, Lalit Modi and Vijay Mallya. And let me very quickly go across to my colleague Maha Siddiqui, who is joining us with more details on this. Two very significant, interactions as far as the Indian High Commission is concerned, Maha, and also on the economic offenders list.
Absolutely right, Ankit. These were the two important issues that were discussed, apart from the fact that the two sides, that is the two Prime Ministers, also spoke about an early finishing of the negotiations for a free trade agreement. We are in the 8th round of negotiations already, and the next round is to be held later this month. That is again an important aspect that both sides are eyeing at the moment to have a trade deal. But importantly, the issue of the vandalism that was seen at the Indian High Commission in London was something that has been raised in this conversation by the Prime Minister, because India has stressed that not only should the security be increased at Indian missions in the UK and elsewhere where there have been attacks by pro-Khalistan activists, but also the fact that those who indulged in that vandalism should also be prosecuted. This is again something that was discussed in the conversation. And of course, an update on the economic fugitives, economic offenders, the fugitives who are there. Now, particularly, these three names were not mentioned, which you have just mentioned. However, they are the three ones who are there: Nirav Modi, Lalit Modi and Vijay Mallya. So an update was sought by the Prime Minister on those as well, and it was impressed upon UK that they need to be sent back to India, extradited to India, so that they can face the law here.
In fact, Maha, as we are speaking about this, the Prime Minister about 6 minutes back has tweeted on this conversation as well. Two tweets have come from the Prime Minister in which he has said, pleased to speak with UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, extended Baisakhi greetings to him and New Year greetings to the vibrant Indian community in United Kingdom. We reviewed progress on a number of issues for further strengthen India-UK comprehensive strategic partnership, including FTA. Now, the second tweet is more important, in which the Prime Minister says, we also agreed on the need to take strong action against anti-India elements and to ensure security of Indian diplomatic establishments in United Kingdom. We also discussed the issue of economic offenders. Now, this, Maha, is something that we saw a very strong reaction coming in from India as well when the barricades were removed to send a message as far as United Kingdom was concerned.
Security as well as other aspects related to missions are reciprocal in nature. At least that is the trend that we have seen. Remember, at one point, India had problems with the US because of the Divyani Khobragade issue. At that time, too, the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had ensured that certain courtesies that were extended to the US mission in India, they were curtailed. So in this similar vein, we have seen this time around that the security, which time and again India has mentioned at the Indian High Commission in London, because this is not the first instance.
Yes.
Even in 2019, and then after the abrogation of Article 370, we have seen protesters reaching very close to the Indian mission in London. And therefore, the aspect of security has been an ongoing one. This time around, India has taken reciprocal measures, and as you rightly mentioned, the barricades outside the High Commissioner's residence were removed. So, this is one aspect that has been raised by the Prime Minister, that of security at the Indian missions.
Ma, thank you for joining us with all those details on this important phone conversation between the two Prime Ministers of India and United Kingdom.